Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United. From breaking news to transfer talk and match updates, we've got every red covered. If you live and breathe United, hit subscribe and join the family. Glory, glory, Man United. With a Barcelona move off the cards and Aston Villa missing out on Champions League football, Newcastle United have emerged as surprise contenders to bring Rashford back to Europe's elite. But will it be a loan or a permanent exit? And what's behind Rashford's desire for a fresh challenge? We break it all down, and we'll also take a quick look at how this compares to United's failed pursuit of Harry Kane just a year ago. Newcastle United could give Marcus Rashford a route back into the Champions League. The Manchester United forward's time at Old Trafford looks to be up, but his options are limited. Barcelona had been thought to be Rashford's preference, but the Catalan club have been eyeing other targets. Nico Williams and Luis Diaz are high on their list, with Williams looking the more likely at the time of writing. Rashford impressed on loan at Aston Villa in the second half of last season. A move back to Villa Park appears unlikely though, after Unai Emery's side missed out on Champions League qualification on the final day of the season. It was Newcastle who took the Premier League's final Champions League spot, finishing above Villa on goal difference, and now, according to The Sun, they could be the ones to hand Rashford another shot at European football. Thintu might not be completely straightforward though. The same publication suggests Newcastle are pursuing a season-long loan deal, while his current employers would prefer a permanent sale. Rashford scored 4 goals in 17 Villa appearances, also providing 6 assists. 2 of those goals came in the Premier League as Emery's men pushed for a top 5 finish, but he missed the final few games of the season after picking up a hamstring injury. Just a message of thanks to everyone here at Villa for what has, injury aside, been an incredible few months for me, he wrote on Instagram after the final weekend of the season. It is a really special club, and I appreciated the way Villa fans embraced me with open arms from first minute on the pitch. Manager, team and coaching staff have all been brilliant. I know it is a huge disappointment not to have made the Champions League place, which everyone worked so hard all season for, but I know this club and team will come back stronger. Rashford is under contract at Manchester United until 2028, but isn't expected to remain at the club. Back in December, the month in which he made his most recent appearance for his boyhood club, he spoke about a desire for a fresh challenge. For me personally, I think I'm ready for a new challenge. And the next steps, the England international was quoted as saying by Henry Winter, "When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Manchester United. That's me as a person. If I know that a situation is already bad, I'm not going to make it worse. I've seen how other players have left in the past, and I don't want to be that person. When I leave, I'll make a statement, and it will be from me." In the end, the allure of trophies is what swayed Harry Kane to Bayern Munich in the summer of 2023. Throughout his time at Tottenham, Kane was renowned as the continent's top strikers and was on the radar of every top European club. In 2021, Kane did everything he could to try and force a move to Manchester City, including publicly stating his desire to leave Spurs during a round of golf with Gary Neville. However, he waited 2 more years before Bayern forked out £100 to bring him to Bavaria from North London. While Bayern won the race, Manchester United had been working on a move for the England captain for some time. When Erik ten Hag first took up the reins at United, it was exclusively revealed by the Mirror that he wanted Kane to be one of his first transfer signings. However, it was not the right time for Kane, as he was determined to become Spurs' record goalscorer. Moreover, if the England skipper was to leave, it would have been for a club that was immediately ready to challenge for the big trophies and not one that was building or in transition. After overtaking Sir Jimmy Greaves' Spurs tally the following February, United thought they had the perfect opportunity to sign Kane. Spurs finished outside the top 4 during a campaign which saw Antonio Conte be sacked by the club, while United had just won the League Cup, reached the FA Cup final and finished 3rd. Kane had also publicly said that he wanted to overtake Alan Shearer's record of scoring 260 Premier League goals, seemingly ruling out a move abroad. With City enjoying Erling Haaland's services and Liverpool signing Cody Gakpo at the time, a move to United appeared to be the only realistic Premier League move. It was a more promising situation than 12 months before, when Kane was reluctant to move to Old Trafford after United's struggles under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. The Red Devils finished 6th with their worst points tally for 32 years and had also endured their 5th consecutive campaign without a trophy. Kane's motivation to leave Tottenham was driven by his desire to win a major trophy. At the time, the North Londoners were seemingly in a better position to win a title than United. The England frontman had decided that he would only leave Tottenham for a side that's ready to compete for big trophies immediately and not one that was in transition. Kane was impressive in his final campaign at Spurs, but their 8th place finish meant the writing was on the wall in regard to his future. Initially, it was reported that Kane's representatives had a secret meeting with Paris Saint-Germain, who were interested in a move. PSG transfer chief Luis Campos held an informal conversation over Kane's future, according to Foot Mercato. At the time, PSG were embarking on a fresh approach to transfers and were in the process of moving Lionel Messi and Neymar on, so they could build a younger and fresher team. A move to the French capital did not suffice, and with Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy being reluctant to sell to a Premier League rival, Bayern Munich were in the right place at the right time. When the rumours about a move to Germany were ongoing, ex-Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy urged Kane to move to Bayern and plunder as many goals and trophies as possible. In his column for Daily Mail, Murphy said if Bayern Munich come calling this summer, he should go. It would be hugely sad if a player of his quality finished his career without winning a trophy. It's something he himself would regret after retirement. He added, going abroad might cost him Alan Shearer's Premier League goals record, but in the grand scheme of things, that shouldn't put him off. In 5 years, we could be talking about Harry Kane, Champions League winner with multiple Bundesliga titles and cup medals. I'm sure Kane will get other offers. Manchester United have been mentioned, but he hasn't got time to be part of a team that is building. If he was going to leave, it would be primarily to win trophies from the get-go, which would make Bayern his best option. Kane would go on to snub any other interest from United to secure his 100 million move to Bayern. After a disappointing first season saw Bayern fail to win a trophy for the first time in a decade, Kane won the Bundesliga under Vincent Kompany, helping himself to 38 goals and 13 assists in 47 matches along the way. Ex-United coach René Meulensteen has fired a brutal warning, claiming Andre Onana must go, and that United's entire defence needs a major overhaul if they want to challenge for the Premier League title again. Meanwhile, could Marcus Rashford stay and bounce back under Amorim's leadership? Ruben Amorim has been told he must replace Andre Onana if Manchester United are to become a Premier League force once more. Onana has made regular high-profile mistakes after arriving at Old Trafford in an expensive move from Ajax 2 years ago. And now, former United coach René Meulensteen believes shipping out Onana will be key to a United revival under Amorim, declaring it's vital they look to replace Onana. If you look at Man United's history, they started building a successful team at Old Trafford through the goalkeeper, with Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar and David De Gea. They must bring confidence to the defence as that galvanises the whole back line. I understood why Erik ten Hag brought him in, because he worked with him at Ajax, but it's a different league. He didn't get exposed to too many dangers with what he experienced in Holland or Italy as he does in the Premier League. There are some major frailties and plenty of mistakes. If there is a better goalkeeper available, they should take him. It is not only the quality, they need a strong personality. Having a really good goalkeeper lays the foundations and is massively important. Meulensteen was a first-team coach under Sir Alex Ferguson for the final 5 years of the Scots' Old Trafford reign, playing a part in 3 Premier League title wins. But Meulensteen, speaking exclusively to Tipman Tips, clearly believes United will not be winning any Premier League crowns soon, especially with the defensive options Amorim currently has at his disposal. And the 61-year-old Dutchman says Harry Maguire is a symptom of United's deep-seated problems. He explained, Harry Maguire is an interesting one. He's received praise, but it's more to do with others being bad. To be fairly honest, Harry is not up to the standard of the quality and the calibre that United needs, and plenty of examples have shown that. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he lacks certain aspects of his game defensively that don't meet the standards of Man United. While Meulensteen acknowledges that it would be hard to make wholesale changes, he says major upheaval would be ideal, explaining they need a clear out in defence because they're very vulnerable in that position. There are 6 to 7 centre-backs, and most of them are not good enough. There are question marks around all of them. But because the players are on contracts, you can't just offload them. It will be a complete financial disaster. The issue is you cannot just suddenly say to 16 players, see you later, off you go. Who are you going to replace them with? You can get stuck, and that is my biggest worry. But Molenstein would like to see Marcus Rashford have an unlikely second chance under Amorim, saying, I question the fact as to why things broke down so quickly between them. You talk about a boy who bleeds Man United. If there is interest from clubs in Marcus, will he want to leave, regardless of whether United want him? It's going to be interesting from his side. Marcus Rashford is a good and valuable player when in a good headspace. He's probably one of the best left wingers in the world, and they can't get someone better.